Country superstar Carrie Underwood has spent most of her career avoiding political talk, but she's set to perform at the upcoming inauguration. She said in a statement that she's doing it because the country must come together in the spirit of unity and look to the future. And lots of her fans aren't thrilled about it, but lots of her fans are.
As Carrie Underwood prepares to perform there in the rotunda.
I say.
I mean, right? It's country music. I think
I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't do it, even though I can't sing.
You would not sing?
No, I would not. I would not normalize him. And she says, I love our country. How do you love your country and support and normalize somebody who was a convicted felon who really wants to destroy the country, in my opinion? I don't understand how you say you love your country at the same time as you normalize this convicted felon, which I can say now every day.
Carrie Underwood, once the beloved queen of country music, has now become a pop culture lightning rod, caught in a storm far from the kind that fuels hit songs. This isn't the inspiring whirlwind of a chart-topping anthem. It's the kind that comes when gossip, judgment, and public scrutiny dig in their claws. And who's leading the charge this time? None other than The View, those daytime firebrands who seem to thrive on stirring the pot. After Carrie's performance at President Trump's inauguration, they took it upon themselves to act as the unofficial jury, picking apart her decision with the enthusiasm of a Thanksgiving feast. But let's get one thing straight. Carrie Underwood isn't just another singer to be torn down. She's more like a phoenix, ready to rise from the ashes of their snark. And if the rumors are true, she's about to make a move that will hit them where it truly hurts.
The women on The View want to cancel Carrie Underwood because she performed at Trump's inauguration.
How do you love your country and support and normalize somebody who was a convicted felon who really wants to destroy the country, in my opinion? I don't understand how you say you love your country at the same time as you normalize this convicted felon.
Listen up, you squawky birds. Let me break this down for you in terms even you boobs can understand. Over half the country voted for this man. That's how democracy works. You don't have to like it, but you do have to accept it. Instead, you're sitting there on your high chair squawking at middle-aged women about how you have better morals. Give me a break. You want to talk about patriotism? The patriotic thing to do is support the person who was elected, even if you didn't vote for them. But no, you'd rather divide the country further and act like democracy didn't happen. And for what? To virtue signal to your audience of wine mums who think you're the moral compass of America? Please.
Carrie Underwood is back in the headlines, but this time it's not for her chart-topping hits. It's for a defamation lawsuit that's juicier than a ripe summer peach. But before we dive into the legal drama, let's rewind to where it all began. Picture this: Carrie Underwood, glowing with confidence, stepping onto the stage at Trump's inauguration, ready to deliver a powerful rendition of America the Beautiful. She wasn't just singing, she was seizing a historic moment. But instead of admiration, she faced a storm of outrage. You'd think patriotism would be celebrated, right? Wrong. The internet erupted, and within minutes, hashtags like #CancelCarrie spread like wildfire. Apparently, standing up for your country is a controversy these days. Did Carrie back down? Not a chance. She responded with a heartfelt message about unity, then took the stage with the grace of a true country queen. But just as she began her soulful performance, disaster struck. Technical difficulties sent the audio into chaos. The microphone cut out, the speakers crackled, and somewhere backstage, a sound engineer probably started praying. Most artists would have panicked, but not Carrie. With the composure of a seasoned performer who had already conquered American Idol and the cutthroat Nashville music scene, she waved off the glitch and launched into a flawless a cappella performance. The crowd was stunned. In that moment, she turned what could have been a humiliating failure into an unforgettable moment of resilience. But instead of celebrating her triumph, The View took their shots. Cue the smug remarks, the judgmental eye rolls, and the unsolicited opinions dissecting her decision like it was a national crisis. They acted as if stepping onto that stage was some unforgivable offense, completely ignoring her message of unity and the courage it took to perform under fire. Well, Carrie's got something for them, a legal response wrapped up in a lawsuit with their name on it.
Oh my god, since Carrie Underwood's performing at Donald Trump's inauguration, like, I just don't like her music anymore. I can't stand her. I can't buy any of her music. I'll never, ever, ever play another song of hers. She's such a piece of, like, oh my god. Oh my gosh, can you guys just, like, not think for yourselves? Why is it that the second that someone you've loved and admired and followed for 15, 20 years, because they have a different political affiliation than you don't like them anymore? You can't stand them now. They're garbage, they're trash. You don't want anything to do with them. You liked them, but then because that person is supporting someone you didn't vote for, they're just, you're done with them. You're done with them. Like, I don't understand it. There's a lot of musicians I follow or that I support or that I listen to their.
If this lawsuit moves forward, it could be a game changer. Carrie's camp is reportedly accusing The View of character defamation, arguing that their so-called commentary crossed the line from fair critique into outright slander. And honestly, can you blame her? For a group of women who claim to champion empowerment, their remarks about Carrie felt less like girl power and more like mean girl energy. There's a huge difference between having an opinion and publicly dragging someone's reputation through the mud just for ratings. Carrie's legal team is emphasizing the long-term damage these statements could have on her career, reminding everyone that words matter, especially when they're being broadcast to millions. Of course, The View isn't exactly new to controversy. Over the years, they've had their fair share of high-profile feuds, from political clashes to celebrity takedowns. But this time, they might have met their match. Carrie isn't some fragile newcomer who's going to crumble under the pressure. She's a Grammy-winning powerhouse with a massive fan base who love her for one simple reason: she never backs down from a fight. And if The View thought they could take a jab at her without expecting a response, well, they clearly underestimated her. Now, let's talk about the hypocrisy. A show that thrives on dissecting every little moment in pop culture should at least acknowledge the guts it took for Carrie to perform under intense scrutiny. But did they? Nope, not a shred of credit. Instead, they painted her as some out-of-touch celebrity who doesn't understand the implications of her actions. Meanwhile, they sit on their high horses, oblivious to the irony of criticizing someone for taking a stand, while doing nothing but running their mouths. What makes Carrie's case even stronger is the overwhelming wave of support she's received. Fans, critics, and even some of her past detractors have had to admit that her a cappella performance was nothing short of iconic. The clip has gone viral, with comments praising her for turning a challenging moment into a triumph. If anything, this backlash has only elevated her star power. At the end of the day, Carrie Underwood's story is a reminder of why we love her in the first place. She's bold, talented, and unafraid to stand up for what she believes in, even when the odds are stacked against her. Whether she's delivering a legendary performance on stage or facing off against a panel of daytime divas in court, one thing is certain: Carrie isn't just surviving, she's thriving. So buckle up, The View, because Carrie Underwood isn't just coming for you. She's bringing the whole choir with her. And trust me, they're singing a tune you won't be able to ignore. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear everything.